Guided to do some monthlies. Pisces, this is yours. I intend to keep these short. We're beginning with your energy and the Hangman in reverse. We also have the King of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. The next card is the Hermit upright. For some of you, this is going to be about love and relationship and a feeling of emotional loss, possibly having something to do with an ex. And or what you felt was a spiritually based relationship, a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection. Maybe you are currently in separation. This can also be about, if that's not the case, this can also be about feeling like your dreams, hopes, expectations even may be unattainable, like you're not sure how to bring them about. Further to that, the King of Wands can be an actual person in your life who is maybe an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone like into those traits or attributes. Ace of Cups is about new beginnings normally. But this, with it in reverse and sort of coupled with the other two, it's like a dream deferred or fear of a dream deferred. Fear like, I don't know how I'm going to actually make these things that I've envisioned for myself, that I would like to happen for myself, happen. We're going to give them a little shuffle now. Opening first to the moon. The same thing happened when I did Capricorn's reading. It was the moon is the first card to which I opened. The moon also represents the sign of Pisces in the tarot. I also opened to the Four of Pentacles for the Capricorns and said that meant that there was something that they need to let go of in order to progress. So maybe like these feelings of something being unattainable are real for the moment, but there's something of which you need to let go, and you know what that something is, even if it's just negative emotions, if it's not an actual thing or person or relationship. You know what it is. You've been holding on to it. It's not serving you, and you need to let it go. And then when you do that, the Hangman can also be about a need to let something go. When you do that, then you'll find that Ace of Cups, flipped upright, and things will be starting for you. And if it is having to do with a relationship, that can be where reconciliation happens as well. Ace of Cups often means reconciliation of a relationship. Your overall energy is the Seven of Swords in reverse. There's that Hermit again. The Empress upright is the next card, and then it's the Hermit. Somebody's ex may have had a child with someone else, or may have someone else that is pregnant, or if the ex is a female, she may be pregnant by someone else. Alternatively, you may want your actually literally pregnant ex back, or this person with whom you were fruitful, or you felt like you were fertile and you could have produced something, co-created something, is who you want back, and not be an actual baby. All right, the card that most directly represents you is Strength, which also represents the sign of Leo, could be tied to the King of Wands from the beginning of the reading. Surrounding energy, close friends, family members, co-workers, the Nine of Wands. When I say close friends, family members, that would include, of course, romantic relationships. So that may be who that is. Work and finance, Two of Cups in reverse. Love and relationship, the High Priestess in reverse. I'm probably going to need more room. Physical health, Judgment in reverse. And lastly, spiritual health, the Five of Cups upright. already the cards are telling me together that somebody who was emotionally hurt or who has experienced emotional loss, whatever, holds somebody responsible. They are very, very angry and they want to like take some kind of revenge, like maybe even physical revenge, like fighting or somehow hurting or harming the other person. I'm gonna tell you, do not do it. Do not do it. And one of the reasons why you shouldn't is because you have the Seven of Swords as your overall energy, and this card is really about sends a message that crime does not pay. So if you're gonna try to be violent or whatever, you're gonna end up in trouble. It's gonna cost you, you know, some other sort of freedoms or something, or money, or it's gonna cost you somehow. If when this card shows up, if we are tempted to like take shortcuts or cheat or like get over in any kind of way, it's sending a clear message that you're going to get caught. Simple as that. So, we should think twice. If we have found out that someone in our life is cheating us or cheating on us, I guess, then by no means are you supposed to just simply let it go. But because they do need to be called out, they do need to be called to account, they need to be held responsible. But there's a way to go about it. And being held responsible may mean something as simple as like if you're in a relationship, you break up with them. If they're your friend, you stop speaking to them. If they're at your job, you make sure your name is cleared and you report them. But you don't do anything that would cause you to lose, your livelihood, your freedom, your money, your life. All right. Um, and this is only when we know that someone has wronged us or is cheating on us or has cheated us or is attempting to cheat us. We definitely should not be like assuming that someone is cheating and just going off half cocked. That would really be wrong. So that's our Seven of Swords in reverse. For me, it can also mean other things. Sometimes it can be about exes returning. I don't necessarily see that based on the other cards right now. It's really telling us to think carefully about the things that the way things are supposed to be done, the way things are supposed to be handled, and whether or not we're doing that. We're meeting the standard. So I'm gonna go on to the card that's most directly going to represent you guys, Pisces, and that is again Major Arcana card Strength in reverse, and it's not about you not being strong, right? This card showing up. I mean, it's saying that you actually saying the opposite, right? To the contrary, saying that you are strong, you're just not using all of that strength to your best, your highest good, right? The best way you can. If you're having trouble sort of feeling like where you're strong or how you're strong at the moment, then you should probably get with I was going to suggest that you sit down and make a list yourself, but you should probably get with like a friend that you trust or family member, whatever, somebody close to you, and have them sit down and make a list of all your positives with you. And this is similar to the Capricorn reading also, because I told them that they, based on their cards, they may have somebody who is reminding them of like their worth and their value and how great they are. Also, this card shows up to remind us that we have a lot to be thankful for. So even if like shitty things are happening in our lives, there's stuff that we need to make it a point to count our blessings for the stuff that is good. We all wish for more than we have. More of everything, more money, more fame. I don't know, better health, more friends, all this kind of stuff. But appreciating what we have in the now is key to even being opened up to more. So that's another important message from Major Arcana card Strength. So in our surrounding energy, we have the Nine of Wands. And this can be about somebody just being like over their path. Like, I want to get off this path. I do not have it in me to continue this anymore. Whatever path that is. It is in the position of your surrounding energy, so it could involve, close friends, family members, co-workers, romantic interests or partners. And they may be who is tired of being on the path. They may be tired of being on a path with you. You may be tired of being on a path with them, or vice versa. Um, and in either case, the Nine of Wands tends to show up to tell us that the universe is saying, like, like you're not done yet. You still got more in you to continue down this road. Um, Basically, the wands in general are about movement, and they tend to be very positive cards. As we get to the higher ones, they can get more um, intense, complex, and sometimes, they can indicate some sort of challenge or difficulty. But the Nine of Wands is probably where some people would say this starts, right? And then the ten is similar, because it can be about like worry and anxiety and stuff, and just feeling bogged down and burdened, having too much on your plate and just being over it. But again, the universe sends us this card to tell us that we do have it in us to go further, and we are meant to go further, and it's going to support us in going further. So moving on to work and finance, when you get the Two of Cups in reverse, you're probably over your job too. All of a sudden, you like your work a lot less than you used to, and you may feel that there are like coworkers that don't really like you or hold some sort of resentment or something toward you too. Maybe that's the person that's walking around angry that wants to get back at you. I don't know. First of all, don't panic. It's temporary. It's like a passing phase. But if your work is truly not right for you, if you're really deciding that, then you need to start thinking about how you can make a change, to do something else. And with specific regard to your finances, this card can indicate balance and fairness with regard to money. So that's really positive. If you're feeling like money is a problem with you, then you should look at the state of your relationships with the people with whom you work. So again, something funky may be going on at work. Is there something that you can do to improve these working relationships? And this will also likely improve your money flow, if so. So moving on to the High Priestess in your position of love and relationship. Even in reverse, there's a very strong likelihood that other people are finding you like really, really attractive, and maybe far more attractive than usual. All of a sudden, you're in the spotlight. Whether it's physically attractive, whether it's just like they're drawn to you, your aura, the vibe you're giving off, whatever it is, you're very attractive. Don't ignore this. If you're looking for love, then weed out the ones you think you may be interested in. On the other hand, with it in reverse, sometimes we can have a difficulty in discerning like where the good energy, where the positive energy is coming from, like who means us well and who doesn't. And if these people are showing up and being attracted to us for the purposes of romance, or just because they want to be around us, just be a friend or whatever. And there's a way to ask and to try and to clear that up. In terms of how a person is interested in you, we definitely should not jump to conclusions. Another meaning of the High Priestess for me in reverse can be about body dysmorphia. So maybe while these other people are really, really attracted to you, you're not understanding why. You may be feeling very ugly, whether that's physically or, in some other way, and not getting why they're attracted to you. So be conscious of that possibility, because again, the attraction is real. Physical health is what that brings us to. And you have Judgment in reverse. And when this card shows up, it's a signal that it's okay for us to make mistakes. Make mistakes. It's okay for us to, be wrong sometimes. And acknowledging that and accepting that goes a long way toward us feeling better. So maybe, again, somebody's mad at us or we're mad at somebody, but there was a separation, there was a loss or whatever. But maybe, there's reason for it, that we have some sort of responsibility as to why. And, things happen is what we have to um, tell ourselves. And that's part of life and it's okay. That doesn't mean that, you know, you should just go and try to like make changes in your life, like all willy nilly and crazy to try to correct it, and just completely undoing things that you have in place, your spiritual practices and stuff like that. Um, but it is about um, how do I want to put this? And I'm making it too difficult. Basically, judgment in reverse reminds us not to fight change. Okay. And again, to accept that like the past is over. It represents the planet Pluto. A lot of it is about the past and transformation and stuff like that. Accepting that the past is over and letting go of any anger attached to that past will help us feel better, and we should think positively. So this is probably again tied to this emotional loss or whatever that showed up while I was shuffling. And last but not least, we have the Five of Cups in your position of spirituality. And this card is along the same lines and the same theme. It's important now for us to give some thought to forgiveness, is what this card shows up to say. We don't forgive other people for their sake or necessarily even because they deserve it. We do it for us, because holding on to anger and pain is toxic and bad for you. It can cause us hormonal problems that can lead to weight problems, that can lead to other issues, digestive problems, heart problems, high blood pressure, headaches, right? Anxiety, worry, stress causes all of these things. So when we release that, that's for us. I've said many times on my channel, sometimes we have to accept the apologies we're never going to get. And what I mean by that is exactly what the message that this card shows up to say. Sometimes we have to forgive and release these people, or release the emotions that we're feeling about it, even if they never come to us and say, I'm sorry. Even if we don't get closure, even if, all of that. Not only that, like while we're busy being angry and full of pain, the person that we're angry with is usually off somewhere, having a good old time. So, we're the ones, again, it's our life that's ugly. And maybe that's where the feelings of ugliness are coming from there. So that is your January. Definitely some action you guys got to take in terms of letting something go that's happened to you. I'm sorry that it happened to you. But it does get better, and you can make it better. You're on your own. You have the power to make it better just with your own mindset, and thinking positively and releasing that anger that you're holding on to. And don't do anything to get yourself in trouble. Namaste.